Did you see this actually disgusting statement? What is this? The CEO of Impact Plastics, where 6 workers died in the Hurricane Helene floods, has released a video. Instead of taking accountability, he says employees were told to leave the plant at least 45 minutes before the gigantic force of flood hit the industrial park. That's crazy.
The flood of September 27th took from our Impact Plastics family some great employees.
Please don't start by saying family, bro. Please don't start by saying family. They're not part of the Impact Plastics family. They wanted a job, and you made them work right up until the line of a hurricane hitting the factory. That's crazy.
Following that day, I ordered an immediate review of the events and the timeline of what occurred that morning, beginning as soon as the last surviving employees and a count of those who are missing were addressed. With help from the National Guard, we were able to help secure the rescue.
Dude, it's so funny because it's also constantly mentioning the the National Guard and the rescue efforts, but this is the type of guy that hates to pay 1 ounce of taxes. This guy, in times where he doesn't need help from the National Guard, is tooth and nail lobbying tax lawyers every penny to make sure not a single one goes to his local community or rescue efforts. And now they're bailing his ass out after he let his employees die.
5 of our employees by helicopter. Today, we share that.
Dude, yeah, this guy has like 6 PPP loans. This guy got ERC loans, PPP loans. I bet you probably could look it up. He almost certainly does.
The findings are that employees were told to leave the plant at least 45 minutes before the gigantic force of the flood hit the industrial park.
Dude, just say you're so sorry they're dead. This is insane. And also 45 minutes is not nearly enough time. A hurricane's coming, they just don't work that day. You don't make them work right up until sub-hour that a hurricane's about to hit the door. Hey, get in your cars and go. That's crazy.
There was time to escape. Employees were not told
to escape. I gave them time to escape. That's crazy, dude. Oh, man. I gave them a good head start.
To our knowledge, no one perished while on company property. My company will cooperate fully.
This is just crazy from just a pure, even a cynical PR perspective. That's crazy. Who is won over by this at all? This doesn't like absolve you of legal liability or anything. There's no point to do this except you think it'll win people over. And who is going to listen to this and be like, you know what? Damn, I'm on this guy's side. To my knowledge, nobody died while on company property. When 45 minutes before a hurricane, I said they could finally leave.
For now, our focus is on our employees. Thank you for your hard work as we all try to recover from this tragedy.
Elon fans would gobble this up. No. That's the worst part, is an Elon fan will watch this video and be like, this guy's a fucking clown. This guy's a joke. What a shithead CEO. But then if you put this same thing, AI voice Elon's face, they go, oh yeah, it makes perfect sense. They like, why are you bringing down my king? They'll get it 100% unless it's Elon, and then they just take it, they gobble it up.
I fell in love with Irwin and the people back in 1987 as a home for Impact Plastics. My plan is to build back our business in this town that I love as quickly
back better?
as...
Bro sounded like a Biden supporter, liberal. Truly one of the greatest CEO speeches of all time. Here's what the worker said. His employee.
What would you say to the company?
Why'd you make us work that day? Why? We shouldn't have worked. We shouldn't have been there. None of us should have been there. And that's what I should have said to him. Why did you make us work when you knew you said in the statement you were monitoring it? Why did you make us stay and work?
Yeah, there's nothing funny about that. That's just sad. It's insanely evil and it's insanely sad, bro. What a piece of shit. Impact Plastics got PPP loans from 3 separate incorporations totaling $2 million. Dude, I would have guessed 2 million. They always have like 2-3 million. PPP loans are such a scam. I did LeBron it there, but I swear to God, I would have had 2-3 million. Did you make your editors work 45 minutes with a hurricane? No, I didn't. Okay. I made them work 10 minutes up to the hurricane. And then I gave them one more assignment and said, after that, you can go. Actually, I said they couldn't leave, but I gave them floaties. Yeah. I Amazon primed Quack some floaties and said, keep it going. Do not miss a deadline. Do you ever let your editors work from home? Can I say, I think Quack wouldn't mind that I say that he moved. I won't say where, but Quack moved. He moved to an area with incredibly low cost of living and is now living large as far as I know. Pyongyang, yeah, exactly. He's living in North Korea. So I cut his paycheck. Yeah, exactly. Well, I said, okay, well, if you're living in a lower cost of living area, obviously we're going to do a small pay cut. Yeah. Hey, truck, I'm in Florida and we're expected to be hit by a Category 3 hurricane in a few days. That being said, can I skip watching Marketing Monday to prepare? I'm sorry, no. I'm so sorry. I would love to let you go, but you just can't be missing. You do have to clock in for Marketing Monday. Like if I'm going to be on time, you're going to need to be on time as well. We're a family here and it's about respect. So if you give me 2 weeks notice, I will still deny it, but like at least it'll go through the proper forms. So go ahead and do that. Go fill that out. And right before, I'll wait till right before though, so you still think you could be going and you can get your plane tickets and plan. And then right before I'll tell you can't. Have you seen the audit fraud and accountancy going on in general or what? There's audit fraud. Ernst & Young. Let's see. Ernst & Young is paying a $100 million fine after all of its auditors cheated on ethics exams. This is not recent though. This is like over a year ago. But yes, they cheated on the ethics exams. That's where you really don't want to cheat just because of the irony. That's a tough one. Hundreds of the firm's workers for 4 years. So what, they had like mass cheating? It's simply outrageous that the very professionals responsible for catching cheating cheated on ethics exams of all things. That's so bad. That's so bad. So it's like a frat. They just passed out the answers. They received an internal tip about it, but they did not disclose it to investigators. Classic. They received the answer key. No, literally. Well, it is like a frat. They just gave the auditors the ethics answer key. That's so funny because these ethics exams are baby food easy. They're baby food easy. I had to take one at NVIDIA. It's always like, hey, let's say you're shipping GPUs through India and somebody offers you a massive bribe to expedite the process. What do you do? And it's like, answer A, take the bribe, smiley face. Answer B, don't take the bribe. Answer C, report it to your manager. And you know what? It's always answer C, by the way. Every single one, it's like, report it to a higher up. And then some guy here is sweating, look at the answer key, like, fuck, do I take the bribe? There's been a lot of recent discourse on audit reforms and accountancy. Ernst & Young failed to spot very apparent fraud going on for 7 years. There's a $2.7 billion claim against them. They literally did not take the general ledger for 7 entire years. These firms are paid for by the companies, and the companies sometimes don't have an interest in getting real, solid, approved accounting. So the incentives are bad. It's the same thing in the Great Financial Crisis. The auditors are not actually independent, and they have a financial incentive to do whatever their boss says, whatever the person paying them says, especially if they're greedier or they're losing of the big four. The ones that aren't like the top, if they're losing a little market share, they have incentive to cheat a little more to catch up. I mean, listen, there's going to be some fraud in some of these AI companies too. Some of this, circular revenue booking, all this stuff is going to be, when the tide goes out, a little more obvious. The easiest bullshit exams are the ones with the most cheating. It's easy to justify it to yourself because you'd probably be able to pass anyway. So saving the extra 30 minutes or so avoiding studying is considered not a big deal. Yeah, that makes sense, but you still shouldn't cheat on an ethics exam, right? It's just like, you can't see the spiritual irony of being like, I am looking at a ethics exam cheat sheet as I try to become a CPA. It's just not